Every city has a rhythm, and for Dearborn, that rhythm begins with a pour. Coffee is more than a drink in Dearborn. It's a ritual, a gathering, a connection to culture and to each other. This is Dearborn. We gather around coffee, we laugh around coffee, we share stories, pass down memories, and build community. We honor our roots, welcome all, and keep tradition alive. And this is the story of its coffee culture. This is Dearborn, the coffee capital of America. The true origin of coffee remains a delicious mystery, but most historians agree on one story. It was the monks of Yemen who first cultivated the plant and brewed the drink we know today, around the year 1450. From the Yemeni highlands, coffee traveled by camel. For 200 years, Yemen held a global monopoly, shipping tons of sterile beans from the bustling port of Al-Makha. It was the port that lent its name to one of coffee's most famous flavors, mocha. Despite the neighborhood's small size, several of these spots operated for decades, becoming a cornerstone of local life. Coffee in Dearborn is deeply tied to heritage, especially from Middle Eastern traditions. This is how Dearborn set the table.
Because there are coffee houses, there's now a place for people to go. There's more traffic coming in. People are sitting and buying coffee, and they're buying pastries, let's say. More shops are opening. So I think, I'm not an economist, I don't know how these all work, but I just see that there's an increased vibrancy in, like, at least in East Dearborn downtown area. I think people are also coming to Dearborn, not just to eat in the restaurants, which they've been doing for some time, but they're coming to drink coffee. I try to meet with my colleagues in other arts and culture organizations. I'll say, I'll come to Detroit. They're like, no, we'll just come to, Haraz or Kahwa House. We'll meet you there. We want to drink the coffee and of course, talk to you. But it's a draw for people. So yeah, I think it's contributed a lot to the economic health of Dearborn.
From the city's perspective, understanding that coffee was growing, the coffee scene was growing, we launched Coffee Week last year for the first time. And for us, that was a step forward. We wanted to plant the flag in the ground that we, without a doubt, are the coffee capital here in the state of Michigan, with the number of coffee shops that we had emerging. And more than anything, with the quality of coffee that our coffee shops and our entrepreneurs produce, better than any other franchise you can come across. I think that's what was most important. And so we're assisting through our business liaisons. We're communicating with these coffee owners day in and day out about how they can expand, navigating our permitting process, making it as simple as possible, and just ensuring that more than just giving you a handshake and thank you for opening up, we're there not only the first day, but we're the second day and every day since you've opened it.
I've been given an opportunity of doing something with our tradition, yet coffee in Yemen was the backbone of itself from way, way long ago. And I think that it's an honorable thing for us to be bringing that to the limelight. And I think that we're doing it justice by with the methods that we're in now, whether it be importing the coffee or working closely with the farmers and, just increasing the level of quality and contributing back home. And like I told you, and being able to build a foundation that's going to give back, whether it's locally to the city of Dearborn or helping the economy back home in Yemen for stability, or helping people, get to a job or find a job. These are bigger missions than just coffee.
I think what makes Dearborn the coffee capital is that what you're getting when you go into every coffee shop, it's like going into a neighbor's home or a relative's home. A lot of the shops here are owned by community members and their families or their friends. And so you're not going in and getting this, there's no lack of personability, right? You're walking in and you're feeling like you are going to, you're welcomed in by a family.
So what we're bringing is not just a coffee shop. We're bringing an experience. You walk into, whether it's Haraz or any other Yemeni coffee shop, you walk in and you're met with hospitality. So the hospitality and the experience, both of those, represent our culture, and that's what makes us very unique. What makes Dearborn the coffee capital is reviving the coffee culture. Honestly, like seeing coffee sold in America is like, they don't bring you the environment to go in there, sit down, enjoy your time with friends. We're bringing the hospitality, we're bringing the coffee culture, even the methods we use to brew the coffee are the oldest methods of making coffee. How coffee first, was put in a cup, and how it was brewed. So that's, they deserve that title, honestly.
At Place, we are not just providing the drinks and the food to the customer. We mix it with a lot of activities. So sometimes we arrive to a point we can make the customer enjoy preparing a food with us and cook show, or learning the language with a Turkish class, or listening for a live music, or participating in a trivia quiz. So it's a place of life, like make it with the drinks and everything.
For us, it's not just a business. It's a message we send it to everyone. I cannot do it by myself. Dahwa House cannot do it by myself. We all have to do
each other's business and try to see each other succeed in this very tough economic time that we're going through right now. So we're definitely the coffee capital of America and of the globe, I would say, for sure.
The mutual support among coffee shops is really nice because everyone has their niche. So I think it's never this competitive feel. It's more this like familial community is just the main. I feel like coffee and community are synonymous at this point, but I think it's the fact that like everyone has their niche and therefore there's that space for everyone.
I believe that coffee for the people of Dearborn is home. It's really much our culture. I grew up smelling Turkish coffee, Arabic coffee every single day that my grandmother would make. It brings everybody together. My grandfather and his best friend used to play backgammon and drink coffee. And then there's like the fun thing of like coffee cups calling an auntie. It's just home, and it just makes me happy.
Because it's like you come to the city, it's already family oriented, so they really take care of you, and they don't just try to come and go. So actually, they show love.
No, I think it's a symbol of like just uniting with family and friends. So let's say you're going out with your friends, for example, late at night, and there's a group of guys. You guys just grab like some nice coffee and just talk about college, life, high school, whatever it may be. It's a really nice experience.
I always say this is the safe place for our community, safe place for our kids, young people to come here and just to be in safe place where there is no smoke, no drink. People you're gonna see from different background and just to know them. We get away from each other because of the social media. And this place, if you want to come to this place, you're gonna just see people talking to each other. And this really actually what make me happy.
Coffee shops are shattering the cycle of poverty. You won't hear that often. And why I say that is there's a story behind each coffee shop. It's not just one person. Typically, it's multiple families who came together to open up a coffee shop, and it's helping uplift all those families. Now, not only families in the city of Dearborn, but also families back in the ancestral land in Yemen. And I think that's extremely important, that a cup of coffee here supports so many people that that you are friends with. And where else do you have that? You don't have that at any cookie cutter corporate franchise, which is why for us, the lines are actually outside of our coffee shops, are locally owned and operated ones versus the franchises, and that's how we want to keep it.
The level of embracing, everybody turned out, everybody supported. I think that's always a shocking piece, is just how people remember that very moment. Like, you have coffee every day, but our coffee isn't just made for a cup to have to kickstart your day. It's here to be had at any time. This is a traditional piece that we bring to the table.
If you want to contribute, the easiest thing to do is shop local, support your neighbor. I think the beauty in the city of Dearborn is that our residents bet on themselves. And the Dearborn dollar circulates in Dearborn more times than it circulates outside of Dearborn. That's important. What that means is the majority of time our residents are shopping and spending their money in the city of Dearborn. That's the biggest impact you can make, is keep the dollar investing and circulating within your neighborhood. It helps uplift everybody within your neighborhood, shatters that cycle of poverty, uplifts another generation, and that cycle continues. You know, for argument's sake, you know, the Yemeni community in the city of Dearborn, these are the founders of coffee, ancestrally speaking. And so when it comes to the debate of where it came from, where it originated, who does it best, I think we win that outright. I don't think anybody can come. And if you talk to some of the baristas, some of the coffee shop owners, they'll tell you the quality grade of their coffee bean is second to none. And that's not them saying this. This is the world's coffee experts saying that the best beans in the world come from Yemen. And the coffee that's served up best in the city of Dearborn is Yemeni coffee.
So the next time you're in Dearborn, skip the drive-thru. Sit down, sip slow, and take it all in. Because around here, coffee isn't just a drink. It's the culture. It's Dearborn. And we are the coffee capital.